Hey, welcome. So, what if I told you that in just the next few minutes, you could go from knowing zero Arabic to actually building your own sentences? And I mean real sentences. We're going to forget about all those complicated grammar rules for a minute. Today, it's all about a simple building block method that'll get you talking like right now. Okay, let's jump in. Okay, take a look at this sentence on your screen. Huwa yafham ad-dars. I know, right now it might just look like a bunch of squiggles, but here's my promise to you. In just a few minutes, you're not only going to know that this means he understands the lesson, but you'll know exactly how to build it yourself, piece by piece. That's our goal. Let's do this. All right, so where do we start? Well, with any sentence, the engine is really the verb, the action word. So we're going to start with one of the most useful actions you can possibly express. Simply understanding something. And here it is. This is yafham. Specifically, this means he understands. Now, in Arabic, the verb actually changes a little bit depending on who's doing the action, which is kind of cool. We're just starting with the he form to keep it simple. This word, yafham, is our first and most important building block. Got it? Okay, let's hang on to this piece. So we have an action, understands. But who understands? An action needs a person, right? So let's grab our second building block, huwa. This just means he. It's our subject. Super simple. Now we've got a person, and we've got an action. You see where this is going? Let's snap those first two blocks together, huwa yafham. And boom. Just like that, you've made a complete thought in Arabic. He understands. We've connected a person to an action. So the next obvious question is, what does he understand? And here's our final piece of the puzzle, ad-dars. That means the lesson. Now put it all together. What do we get? Huwa yafham ad-dars. He understands the lesson. Hey, that's the exact sentence from the beginning. See, I told you you'd get it. You're already doing it. Okay, so stating a fact is awesome, but a huge part of language is sharing your opinion. Was the lesson easy? Was it crazy hard? Let's add another layer here and learn how to actually describe things. And here are two words you are going to use all the time. On the left, we've got sahl. That means easy. And on the right, it's opposite, sab. That's for difficult. These are just essential for expressing how you feel about, well, pretty much anything. So how do we use these? It's actually super simple. Let's say you want to say the lesson is easy. You just grab our word for lesson, ad-dars, and pop our new adjective right after it, sahl. Ad-dars sahl. And there you go. You can now form a descriptive sentence. Now we can level up just a little bit by introducing a connector word, lakin, which means but. And pay close attention to the verb here, afham. See that little sound at the beginning? That tiny change flips the verb from he understands to I understand. So you could say something like, afkar ad-dars, lakinnahu sa'b, which means I understand the lesson, but it is difficult. This is how you start connecting different ideas into one more complex sentence. You've totally got to understand down. You can state facts, you can give opinions with it. Now, let's totally supercharge your abilities by adding a second powerhouse verb to your toolkit. Meet, you read. This is our second verb, and it means he wants. And just like our first one, this is going to change just a little bit depending on who is doing the wanting. Trust me, this word is so incredibly versatile. It unlocks a whole new universe of things you can say. Let's see it in action, something you might actually hear. Hal tarid al-musa'ada? This means, do you want help? So you'll notice the verb changed again. Turid is how you say, you want. And that very first word, hal, is a neat little trick. It's what turns a statement into a question. Super useful, super common phrase. All right, this is the moment. We have collected all of our building blocks. We've got our subjects, we've got our verbs, our objects, our descriptive words. Now for the really fun part, seeing how easily you can mix and match these to build your own sentences, completely from scratch. Seriously, just think of it like a simple recipe. It's that easy. Step 1, you pick who you're talking about. Let's use ana, which means I. Step 2, you add what they're doing. We'll use urid, which is the I form of to want. And for step 3, you add what it is they want. How about al-kitab, the book? Put it all together, ana urid al-kitab. I want the book. It really is that simple. So let's just step back and look at your new toolkit here. He understands the lesson. Check. The work is easy. You can say that. Do you want help? You know how to ask that now. You actually understand the structure behind every single one of these. These aren't just random phrases to memorize anymore. They're patterns that you can now play with and adapt. So, what's the big takeaway here? What did we really do? In just a few minutes, you've pretty much learned that building Arabic sentences isn't about memorizing a million complicated rules. It's about simple, interchangeable blocks. You've learned the system. Let's do one last quick review of the 5 core words that made all of this possible. We have yafham, the verb for he understands. We have yurid, the verb for he wants. Al-dars, that's the lesson. And our opposites, sahal, easy, and sa'ab, difficult. These 5 words are your new foundation. You know, you started this just a few minutes ago with one single sentence on the screen that maybe looked a little scary. Now you're leaving with a system for creating countless more. You have the core vocabulary, you have the basic recipe. So the only real question left is, what sentences will you build next?